Grab a chair, grab a table. It's time for No DQ.
Cheesy jazz music. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Crimson Ring No DQ podcast. I'm good old Big Smooth, and with me is Squirrely Shivani.
Kitties! Wait, no, that was the king.
What up, everyone? Welcome to the Crimson Ring No DQ podcast. That's right, no DQ, no disqualifications. I'm Nathan, a.k.a. Big Smooth, and with me is Doug, a.k.a. Squirrely D.
That's right, it's me, Squirrely D, and you are tuned in to the most professionally unprofessional professional wrestling podcast in the game, featuring your undisputed tag team podcast champions of the world, Smooth Squirrel Connection.
Is that what we're going to do now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, fuck it.
It doesn't matter what you want.
Did it ever? All right, well, we got some stuff to report today, some craziness in the world of wrestling, things that we didn't expect to hear because it's not the fucking 80s no more. And in this times that we live in, this is unacceptable behavior. And we're going to get to it. But first. So we're going to talk about something different this week. We're going to talk about wrestling.
You're not wrong.
Just got done watching Dynamite.
Yeah.
Man, that's really good.
Yeah, it's last week was a little bit of an off week, but I feel like it's consistently putting out quality content week by week.
Are you talking about our podcast or AEW?
Oh, well, we'd have to come out week by week to make that about our podcast.
That's right. We're a bi-weekly podcast that records weekly.
Yeah. We identify as weekly, but we're actually bi-weekly.
Yeah. We're fluid weekly.
Yeah. We're like Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
The wrong podcast for that, isn't it? Okay.
Fuck it. So let's talk about
That's
the
what
fact
he said.
that let's talk about Jon Moxley.
Okay. Jon Moxley.
Probably the most over wrestler in the world.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this while we were watching Dynamite. The guy's, obviously he's firing on all cylinders, but the guy just can do no wrong, it seems like.
Yeah.
He is the most stone cold, and I don't mean because he acts like Stone Cold, just in everything he does is brilliant and everything he does is effective. And I don't think we've had a wrestler like that since Steve.
Yeah. No, that's accurate. I mean, they've tried to do it before with wrestlers, but not to this like.
And this doesn't feel like it's something they're trying to do. This feels like an organic thing that John is doing. That's
how it works. You just let wrestlers be wrestlers, and whoever gets over, gets over.
Yeah. We always say we're not going to bring up the WWE, but we are this week. Like we were saying when we were watching him, if they had just let him be him in the WWE, I don't think all this Seth Rollins backlash would be going on right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think all the Roman hate would have happened when it happened, because it's clear that Dean Ambrose should have been the guy. Just look at him.
It's never the guy you want though for Vince. It's always the guy that he wants.
Yeah.
It's like plants. You plant some seeds, you give them some water, and whichever one grows, you just let it go.
Yeah, and I've been thinking back to the whole Seth feuding with the Authority and them trying to make him the rebel and all that. He's a much better Rock type character than a Stone Cold character, whereas Dean Ambrose is the natural Stone Cold.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, Seth is a cocky douchebag. Like, that's what he is. Like, on his Twitter, and you can't tell me that's all work. Like, that's him. Like, that's Tyler Black or whatever.
Well, he just needs to be a bad guy.
He is I think he is. Like, he's a bad person.
But he's a bad guy trying to be a good. Now, is he a bad person, or is that just like his personality?
He's with Becky Lynch.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to say something good about him.
I mean, I don't like him partially because of that.
Yeah, me neither. But I also don't hate Buddy Murphy when he was with Alexa.
I didn't know who Buddy Murphy was when he was with Alexa.
Nobody did. Because some people's stars don't shine as brightly as others.
Yeah, that's true. Although, I mean, let's not take anything away. Buddy Murphy is a fantastic wrestler.
Dude,
He's another guy that him, EC3.
Who's EC3?
Exactly.
Yeah, that guy that sit on that bench during the Usos barbecue.
Dude, okay.
Who are the Usos anymore?
They're
Drunk.
I mean, they're gonna be like the Colognes.
Sorry.
No, I mean they were. I mean, it's not a hidden thing. Like,
yeah. You think Jimmy and Jeff Hardy just hang out?
I mean, Jimmy and Jay and Jeff.
Yeah, no one can drive.
And Randy Orton.
Well,
he just hears the voices.
His head.
Yeah. Oh, hey, while we're talking about Hardys, Matt Hardy and Rebby had their kid.
Yeah, congratulations.
And fuck it, I'll just tie everything together. Today is also the 10th anniversary of the passing of Umaga.
Man,
Uncle
I
loved the
fucking
Usos.
loved Umaga.
I did too.
Such a good character.
Brother to Rikishi, uncle to Roman and the Usos.
Yep. It's good. I mean, he was so good.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
he was so athletically talented.
And he was like the perfect monster heel.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving forward, let's see what let's talk about let's just talk about things that we've like been discussing back and forth when we weren't recording. Let's talk about the trademarking of names that Andrade and Charlotte Flair did.
And Luke Harper.
I
think for different reasons. I think those are two different cases.
Yeah, well, Luke Harper's doing it because
in February
he's done.
Yeah.
And he's probably going somewhere else.
New Japan.
You think so?
Dude,
He's got that Bruiser Brody look. He needs to be.
That's why they call him Brody Lee.
Yeah.
He looks like a Bruiser Brody, Jason Lee hybrid.
He's so big.
No, he's so good too. I mean,
He's not as big as
work.
Brody though. Like Brody was huge.
Yeah, but the dude's like crazy athletic.
Yeah. But how would we know? We never get to see him on TV.
Yeah.
Why?
It was
Just
the only
a
thing
sly
Luke
thing?
Harper ever does. No, that's what Luke Harper always. He'd be like, yeah, and then like clothesline a dude.
I mean, they kind of had a cool gimmick with him and Rowan, like with the brothers of hammers.
Yeah, Bash Bros.
Oh, I thought they were like Hammer Bros, like the guys that you face on Mario that throw the hammers.
I would have been down with that.
And they'd have jumped around and just like kept throwing
And then
hammers,
like
juggling hammers back and forth.
and like Santino Morelli came out and like jumped on their heads.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, write that down.
All right. Pepper, you got that?
He's not talkative today.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, I mean,
there was something else on the thing we're already talking about.
okay.
Harper's contract's up in February, barring any more lengthy extensions. He would be really cool to see in AEW, but I don't think that's the place for him.
His style's more of a New Japan.
Yeah, and I would love to see him. Like, we were both singing Will Ospreay's praises earlier.
Yep.
I would love to see Brody Lee versus Will Ospreay. Like the way that now the Charlotte Andrade thing, which I feel like is just a Charlotte thing that he kind of just also got into.
Well, Andrade's good,
No, Andrade is a fantastic wrestler.
he's not Charlotte. Like,
No.
Charlotte's not going anywhere.
And
But I'm going to trademark this name because it gives me power,
right.
and I'm not a champion, and I'm not being featured a whole lot right now.
But she is.
It's
I
a
mean,
fucking bargaining chip is what it is.
It's the same thing Randy Orton did. It's the same thing that the Revival did. It's the same thing that, countless other people, barring CM Punk and John Moxley,
CM Punk
do.
Pie.
Yeah, you want to? I mean, we'll do that next because I do want to talk about that.
It's okay.
But I feel like Charlotte, which also makes me think that the Charlotte Andrade thing has some legs, which I like. If she's looking out for his future that much, she must see a future with the guy, and that's awesome.
No, I fully support that. Yeah.
I mean, she got away from Bram. I don't like Bram. I think he's a fucking piece of shit.
You heard it here, folks. Bram's a piece of shit.
I mean, you didn't hear it here first, like just fucking internet.
All right, you already knew, but you're knowing again.
In case you didn't know, fucking where have you been for the past 7 years? Dude's like a fucking chomo.
Yep. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sorry. Okay, you
now I know.
You smooth heard it here first.
Yeah, I am in the fucking know.
That makes me happy. And obviously she's paid attention to her dad and learned from her dad's mistakes.
I mean, her dad has more kids than what we know.
Yeah, he's got like 8 alimony checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got kids everywhere. Woo.
He's the
you just can't stop wooing.
High breeding sex machine.
Yeah. Every time you hear a woo, Ric Flair has another kid.
Yep. Don't wear a rubber on a son of a gun.
Space Mountain.
Woo. Everybody takes a ride. Okay. So the Harper thing is clearly because he's getting ready, which is awesome. And I think if his contract expires, he doesn't have to wait 90 days. I don't know because some of the contracts are different. But I believe if he isn't released and his contract just expires, there's not the waiting period of 3 months.
How do you have the waiting period?
If you're like future endeavored or you ask for your release and get it.
What if you just quit like Eck?
Hack.
Eck. I just like saying Eck.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Miles or ACH or whatever you want to call him. Okay, Eck, which is now his name. Eck is a different case where
he just quit.
He quit over perceived racism, and maybe it is, and we shouldn't.
I'm not talking about that. I just want to know, like, what ramifications he was under contract, and he's like, I quit. And he literally went out and wrestled like the next following week.
I don't think they're going to do anything to him because of the previous allegations.
Well, okay, let's talk about these contracts then. Like, John let his expire.
Right.
He wasn't future endeavored.
Nope.
He just said,
and he worked.
I'm done. And he worked all the way up
to the last day.
Well, but then again, he worked up till the last day because they wanted to make as much money off of it as possible.
But, I mean, he did the job.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't take his ball and go home.
No, he did. Yeah, he did. Okay, so, and he was able to wrestle whatever.
Yep.
But why can they punish you for just having another job lined up like nowhere else does that? Because
the WWE doesn't care about the wrestlers. The WWE cares about the WWE brand.
Okay.
It's the same reason that people like EC3.
So let me ask you this.
Eric Young.
If Sasha Banks would have just quit.
I think they would have fought Sasha Banks quitting. Because Sasha Banks is a legitimate star that was created by the WWE. Charlotte Banks wasn't a big indie wrestler before going to NXT. Charlotte Banks was trained at Full Sail.
Charlotte Banks.
Whatever the fuck their names are.
Sasha. Mercedes Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Mercedes Dogg Esquire.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's cousin, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it's not like they didn't tell us that for the first 4 years she was there.
That's how she became famous.
Yeah. She's not Ratchet.
That hair ain't real, though.
Were you watching NXT when she was showing up and they were doing the Sasha's Ratchet chants?
No.
Oh, God, I love it. That was like, okay. NXT 2014, when it was a YouTube show, pre-network. Check it out. Like, it's all on the network now if you still have it, which if you do, you're a fucking shill.
Yeah.
That shit was good.
We talk shit, but we use the network to do the watch-alongs, which you can find on Patreon.
Oh, nice plug. That was seamless.
Well, as soon as I edit them, they'll be on Patreon.
Yeah.
We don't have a curtain here. You can see right in the back.
Well, because we're the No DQ podcast. We're keeping it real.
Realsies.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of plug.
Yep. All right. CM Pumpkin Pie.
Great fucking name.
Yeah. This dude is getting himself over, and we knew that he knew how to do it.
He was over though. Was he ever not?
But
I think he was just so high up there that we forgot he was there, like stars
I think that
and sky.
He went from being like, fuck wrestling, fuck this stuff, I'm not a wrestler, leave me alone, to like the voice of the internet. Like, he is saying all of the stuff that Reddit says that, like...
And he doesn't work for WWE.
No, he works for Fox, which so does Renee.
Yep. Does Booker T?
Booker T, Paige, and Samoa Joe are all WWE employees. Renee is contracted with Fox.
So she's no longer a WWE employee?
I believe she still has some facet within the WWE, but her primary job is with Fox. And they want to... One of the things I read this week was that they were working on transitioning her to doing other sports shows on FS1 that are not wrestling related, because that's what she did before going to the WWE in Canada.
I think she's great.
I do too. She's great. She's knowledgeable. She's bubbly, but just like a little bit.
And some wrestling fans like to give her shit over like her talking, but like I don't have a problem with it. Like, there's plenty of other announcers that are fucking god awful.
Michael Cole.
Yeah. Well,
Corey Graves.
Yeah. Well,
Brian Saxon.
You know who I liked? Booker T.
I like Booker T too. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack.
I fucking love it. They should just let wrestlers do the announcing. Like one good play-by-play man and then a wrestler.
You know who was a fantastic color guy, since we're just talking about this?
Mr. Perfect.
Fuck yes! That is exactly who I was going to say.
Mr. Perfect was great. Yeah, I know he was.
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect was great, and I love Macho on the mic.
Fuck
Macho,
you, dude! Get out of my brain!
Well, I mean, you work together long enough, that's how it goes.
I was going to say, my true favorite were Mr. Perfect and Mach.
I know, mine too. And I love Jerry Lawler too.
I like Jesse with Gorilla Monsoon too.
Well, yeah. I liked it when Vince was on there though, because like Jesse would like just constantly like poke at Vince.
Yeah, and it was before he was Vince McMahon too. Like, I mean, he was Vince McMahon, but like it was before he was the character. Like,
yeah.
Like Vince would say, because Vince was always like the face too. He was the professional good guy announcer.
You know, it's funny. Like when I first started watching it, I didn't realize Vince was really the owner. And then like they were like, Vince is the owner, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I just thought he was like a really crappy announcer.
Yeah. But Jesse would always be like, Vince would be like, why are they doing this? Like, who's allowing this to happen? And Jesse would be like, well, it's your company, McMahon.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fucking good Jesse impression. You should do impressions.
I know. You are the impressionist.
What? We never do
I'm
impressions.
the Laurel, you're the Hardy.
Oh, no. No. You're like the pen and I'm the teller.
Wait, which one talks?
I don't know. I just
Me
guessed.
Neither.
Wait, shouldn't it be teller? The one that talks and pen doesn't talk? He's like,
I mean, maybe that's how it is. And if you guys know, email us at draftyq@gmail.com.
Or hit us up on the Twitter, and we'll give you those Twitter handles at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Stick around after this commercial break.
Hey, buddy. It's me, Sly. I'm that guy. I'm here today with my good pal, Arnie.
Hello, listeners.
And we're here to talk to you about the first ever beer from the New York venture.
We didn't come up with a name yet.
Yeah, we didn't. Because we're not like the creative types.
No. Basically, the Big Bitch Brew's marketed it wrong. So we're going to team up with the Tiny Lady Brewery through the Sly Vineyards, and we're going to cross promote the beers to pump you up.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make you, as far as we know, the first ever Thanksgiving brew.
Yeah. What happened is an accident. I was in Sly's kitchen and I was preparing my famous Austrian pumpernickel stuffing that I like to put inside the bird, and some of it fell into his beer cauldron.
Hey, so I see it and I'm like, hey buddy, I think that's a beer.
Yeah. So what happened was we added some cranberries and some cilantro.
And I made a joke. I was like, hey buddy, said stuff in that bird. Why don't you try Stuffy Lady?
And that's how we came up with the name for the beer.
That's me. I'm the idea guy.
I don't know what I do.
You're a man of action, bud.
Yeah, I mean I did some action back in the day.
Yeah.
I once was a kindergarten teacher.
That's not a tumor.
Okay.
So anyway, we come to you with our brand new beer, Stuffy Lady. We'd like to tell you a little bit about what Stuffy Lady can do for you.
It has properties that it can do stuff.
It's a beer from Sly Vineyards. It can do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah,
That's why I'm surprised.
Nobody does. So, what I was trying to say was, the Stuffy Lady is not your ordinary beer. We took all the beauty of Arnie's classic Austrian pumpernickel bread recipe.
Yeah. Nothing to do with Big Bitch Brew because apparently it's like
Well, you know, it's a little offensive. It's not like Tiny Lady.
It's gross. Like it didn't work out.
You know who
And
does?
I'm a man that can admit when he is wrong, and he did not. It tasted like just old schnitzel, essentially.
And believe me when I tell you, nobody likes old wiener. So what we do is we take Arnie's classic recipe for pumpernickel stuffing, and then we grab some potatoes, some cranberries, and maybe a couple turkeys, and we just and it just goes in the bottle, you know?
Yeah, and then I put the cork on it.
Because it's fancy, like wine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you are afraid to drink something delicious, then get the fuck out of here because we're not trying to sell it to you. We're trying to sell it to the people that want to drink something that is awesome and, good for the holidays.
So, after you get the bird, make sure you get the lady.
Stuffing Lady.
From the makers of Tiny Lady. And
Is this the part where I'm supposed to say the brew that I made?
yeah, it's called marketing.
I don't want to admit that I did it. I'm very ashamed. It didn't sell very well.
It's all right, buddy.
I know.
We'll turn it over for our Christmas brew.
I mean, it makes a really good liquid to mix with concrete.
Yeah.
That's how I built this patio.
So if you're looking for a good time, pick up some Tiny Ladies. But if you're looking for a full time, try Stuffy Lady.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
That's Stuffy Lady. Wherever trailer hitches that look like balls are sold.
Yeah, that's right. That's Stuffy Lady. You can get it wherever you get your malt liquor and your fuck, I screwed it up.
It's Stuffy Lady. Wherever propane and propane accessories are sold.
That's right, Dale.
I just want to end this on a personal note. Hudson Hawk, go fuck yourself. All right.
You hit me in my man apples.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I know.
It's probably ours. I think we're the only ones that actually done commercials.
I don't know if we gave a long enough pause for a commercial, but I'm going to roll with it.
I mean, we can edit it in. This is the magic of television, folks.
Yeah. I wish I'd have wore pants.
I'm glad you didn't.
Uh-huh. It's breezy.
Tyler Breezy?
It's a little colder.
Stone Colder?
Like Mr. Freezy breezy.
Like Harney?
Yeah. It's awful chilly in here.
Oh, see, you should have actually used like one of his lines from the movie.
Chill.
That's it.
That's the one.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, wrestling.
Yeah. Bane was played by a wrestler.
What wrestler?
I don't know.
No. Unimportant.
Probably Kevin Nash.
No, he played Super Shredder.
He did play Super Shredder.
You want to talk about wrestlers in movies?
Yeah, let's talk about wrestlers in
All right,
movies.
The Undertaker was in Suburban Commando.
Yep. Before I knew who The Undertaker was.
Yeah. Oh, also in Suburban Commando, Hulk Hogan.
Jason Alexander.
Was he?
Yeah.
He's not a wrestler, though.
We don't know that.
Oh, I fucking love George.
Okay, let me pitch something here. This is wrestling/movie related.
I don't know what he's going to say.
Jason Alexander as Mean Gene Okerlund in a biopic about Andre the Giant.
He's too big. He needs to be smaller, like season
Danny
1
DeVito?
Seinfeld of George.
Oh, skinnier.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who would be a good... Ooh, who is the dude that always plays the hotel concierge?
Tim Curry.
No. I mean, yes, but no. Hector Elizondo.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, look, IMDb him, guys.
Yeah, you guys do that, and then let me know the results.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Have you seen The Princess
Oh,
Diaries?
wait, this isn't live. I'm sorry.
Have you seen The Princess Diaries?
No.
Have you seen...
Is this a movie I should watch?
Probably not. It's Anne
Okay.
Hathaway.
Wait. Well,
But it's young Anne Hathaway.
no.
It's not Havoc.
Havoc
You're
was
welcome.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch that movie.
DQP should have does.
Oh, my God. I love it. Let's just do 3 Anne Hathaway movies like that.
Okay.
Does she do 3 movies like that?
I don't think so.
Love and Other Drugs.
Yeah. You knew what I was doing with this, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain?
I'm not watching Brokeback Mountain.
But does she get...
Not again.
Well, her and Michelle Williams.
There wasn't a lot of Michelle Williams in that.
No, but I just like them both. Michelle Williams is an underrated actress.
Yeah. Like, first time I watched Dawson's Creek, I was like, holy crap, who is this?
Oh, and then you were like, Katie Holmes. But then you were like...
No, I was no.
You
I
weren't
was
a Joey
more
girl?
No, I was more Michelle Williams over Katie Holmes. Ever since someone pointed out that she's got the like sideways smile,
Yeah.
it's like a fake smile to me, and
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah. What is that movie that she's in?
Disturbing Behavior.
Yes. God, get out of my brain, dude.
I'm telling you.
This is like the best podcast we've ever done. Drafty dudes.
Oh, scratch that. Welcome to Drafty Dudes. Now cut that at the beginning.
Yeah. We should probably get back to
I
wrestling.
mean, we're 23 minutes in. I feel like we're doing the best podcast we've ever done.
Yeah, it feels a lot more streamlined. I think
Huh.
it's because PPR is not paying attention.
Yeah.
He's not interrupting us. And
Well, he's swiping right.
yeah.
Can I say that?
Why not? Wait, I don't know how it works. How does Grindr work?
Swipe right for matches.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I don't know from experience. Edit.
This is so many layers there. Guys, that was the souffle of jokes.
Yeah. Don't open the oven or make noises. It'll collapse.
Yeah.
That's a food joke.
Yeah.
That was good.
Drafty foods.
Fuck it. Welcome to Drafty Foods. Where we never talk about wrestling.
The food dudes.
All right, no, seriously, we need to
Yeah,
talk
we
about
need to talk
wrestling.
about
People don't listen. People listen to this podcast just to listen to us ramble.
I think that there's probably like a correlation. When the less we talk about wrestling, the more downloads we get.
I did get a comment earlier this week where someone was listening to our podcast and said, "We're all mixed up like peanut butter cups." That was your line.
Yeah.
Apparently, that was very humorous. So good job. Kudos, Doug.
Thank you.
I just wanted to let you know.
Thanks.
Well, we need more. We need more things like that.
Okay. You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, taste the rainbow.
I think Skittles already took that.
Oh.
Taste the
I thought-
painbow.
The painbow?
Yeah.
That's what Chris Jericho should call his move instead of the Judas effect.
Yeah. Taste the painbow.
Oh God, there's taste the painbow right there. Oh, right in his solar plexus.
That painbow knocked him clean out.
Every time I hear solar plexus, I'm like, we should do a whole skit where it's anatomy with JR.
Yes.
Because that's how I learned about
What if he's
muscles.
What if he is playing Operation?
That'd be hilarious.
Like ESPN 8, the Ocho covering like Jim Ross, and Enzo Amore covering
Playing Operation.
No, like commenting on like a competitive Operation tournament.
No, I want them to play Operation, but I want Jason Bateman to do the commentary because
Yeah.
he's on the Oach.
And
What was it?
Gary
Coleman?
Cole.
Gary
not
Cole?
Gary Coleman. different dude
I
entirely.
always fuck up the last name.
Oh.
That is a different dude entirely. But now I want that too. So
Yeah, Gary Coleman and Jason Bateman
and Gary Cole.
and Gary Cole
Yeah, all three of them.
and Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, like where he's like, we're gonna cut to a very intense match of Operation. And Enzo's just like shit talking JR the
Yeah.
whole time. Yeah.
If I had a dime for every time I hit the sides, I'd have no dimes.
There's a joke there.
Yeah,
We're not gonna make it.
we just did.
We're allowed to pretty much say anything right now,
Yeah, we're like the John Cusack of podcasts.
but we're staying on the road
yeah.
of not saying the thing. We're not on the road of what we need to be talking about for sure.
Okay, we're in.
Bring it around.
I
Bring it
like
around.
to think of our podcast as more of a sandbox than a train track.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's sometimes cat poop in it.
Yeah, and there's like walls. And
Yeah.
and we'll touch the walls. Other than that, we're just like, nope, not gonna say that.
No, I was waiting for it.
Can I say that? I'm gonna say it, and then you can edit it out if it's too hard.
I'm not going to edit it, but it's fine.
Okay, we are the post-Exodus Jews. We are wandering around in this desert for 40 years, but eventually we'll find the promised land.
It ain't the WWE, though.
No, you know who it is?
AEW.
Championship Wrestling of Hollywood.
Oh, you want to talk about Championship Wrestling of Hollywood?
I have been watching it on Saturdays at 2 a.m.
I mean, there's nothing else to do at 2 a.m.
No, not Glow. WoW. WoW has just ended. I've been watching WoW, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's good shit.
I like Fury. Fury's probably my favorite.
That's Kira Hogan, right?
That's no.
That's Fire.
That's not the same person.
It's not?
I'm pretty sure
No,
it's
I'm pretty
not.
sure it is.
Are you serious?
I'm going to look her up.
Please look it up.
All right.
No, Fury's the one with the green hair.
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking of Fire.
She's like a thicker girl. Can I say that on
Yeah,
a
you can say
podcast?
that.
Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Like, she's extremely talented. Like, I think we've talked about this before on the podcast, where she's better than Nyla or Naya,
Yeah.
who are
both.
almost the same level of shitty. No, they are the same level of shittiness.
Kira Hogan is Fire.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought they had different styles. Well, then I need to.
Not Fury. She's
No, yeah,
Fire.
no. I know who the I know the
okay.
difference. Yeah, Fire has red hair. Fury has green hair.
Yeah, they're color coded because they're the women of.
color-coded.
They are.
No, fucking edit. Like that has to be an edit.
What? Oh yeah. I didn't mean it like that.
Ebony Ivory. Come on, dude, it's terrible.
I didn't mean it like
Barry. Cut that out.
that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Fire has red hair. Fury has green hair.
Well, I get. Kira Hogan has like red hair, but she also has a like yellow,
Yeah.
or like bleach part in the beginning. So I was like, oh, surely this isn't the same.
Well, and why that is
And I thought their styles were different for a while, but I guess WoW is pre-recorded.
yeah, and they recorded an entire season in like a day, and then they break it up over like 16 episodes or whatever.
Jesus Christ, it's got to be tiring.
Yeah, it is. But
Do you act like you're a part of it? Are you?
yeah,
Can you give me a job?
you have a job.
No, working with WoW.
Yeah. Let's talk about some referees.
Ah, okay.
What do you think about that Rick Knox bump? What do you think about referees becoming more involved in the entertainment that is wrestling?
As long as it's not that one guy that sounds like Bill Burr, high pitched.
Rick Knox?
Yeah.
He was the guy.
Yeah. I want to see him go through a flaming table because I don't like him.
Well, let the native beast know, and she'll be happy to.
Yeah, no. She's suspended.
Yeah, because you can't attack a referee.
Nope.
But you can yell, suck my D on live television.
That's Ortiz. He can do whatever he wants.
He can, and I love it.
I don't like Sammy Guevara still.
Okay, that's something I was going to talk about. They compared, JR compared Sammy Guevara to a young Eddie Guerrero.
Nope. Because Eddie Guerrero was good.
Do you remember young Eddie Guerrero? Were you weren't a WCW guy?
Yeah, he wasn't like the Eddie that I remember. The older Eddie and younger Eddie are two different Eddies.
Right, but I don't think JR's wrong. I think JR is correct in his assessment.
Yeah, I mean,
like he does remind me a lot of young Eddie Guerrero because he's wildly talented. Like, I know that you don't like his character. I know you don't like the millennial or Gen Z or whatever he's identifying as, like, because social constructs are a thing now.
I don't understand them.
Okay, boomer.
Esiason?
Dude, how awesome would that be if, like...
Dude, how do you think Boomer feels with this OK Boomer stuff going on?
Like, why aren't they doing that? Why isn't SportsCenter doing
like,
that?
OK Boomer, and he's like, I hate that shit.
Yeah, he's just like...
He changed his name to Boom.
And then they're like, here comes the boom. And they play that song.
Kevin James.
Oh, yeah, that was a Kevin James movie.
It was.
It was about... No, I guess it was about MMA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that the MMA is...
We're off the rails.
No, I'm bringing this back to wrestling.
Okay.
Do you think... Because I've had this theory for a while. I'm going to go on record here. I think a lot of professional sports are fixed. If not fixed, heavily... favored in one direction, like certain
Like
people.
professional football?
Yeah, but I think that MMA is just wrestling that hasn't been found out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Dana White.
I mean, I'm serious here. Like, do you think UFC is a legitimate sport?
No more than boxing.
Okay. Do you think boxing is a legitimate sport, or do you think boxing is scripted?
No, I think it's all scripted.
I do too. Maybe not the fight itself,
You know what's not scripted?
the outcome.
Hockey's not scripted. Baseball's not scripted. And
Like, we could talk about, like, I'm a big baseball guy. Like, we could talk about...
I don't think baseball's scripted. I think it's real.
Uh,
I think baseball and hockey are one of the two sports that are well watched that aren't scripted.
I think
football, NBA,
and the World Cup.
and the World
FIFA,
Cup.
FIFA is
You think so?
Dude, FIFA's gone on, like, they're the most corrupt fucking organization. Like, they're the Halliburton of fucking professional sporting.
But to get back to your main question, I think MMA is totally scripted.
Yeah, I don't know that the fights are scripted, but the outcomes I feel like are scripted.
Predetermined, yeah.
And like, especially people with like that Conor McGregor guy and who's the dude that's there now? Tyson Fury? No, he's a boxer. Who's the MMA guy that's there now?
Oh,
Ortiz, Cain, Velasquez.
Yeah.
They're
Stop saying what I say.
you get out of my head space.
Mixed up.
Get into my car.
Get out of my peanut butter cup.
See, you got your wrestling reference in my MMA analogy.
You got your MMA analogy in my wrestling reference?
Yeah. And that's the kind of grade A comedy work you get here at No DQ.
They were not even doing voices. That's insane.
It just... I don't even... Hey, buddy.
Back to the pack.
Tiny lady. I feel like those guys are playing characters. And everybody that doesn't, quote, watch wrestling because it's not real, but has fucking watch parties for UFC fights.
Jesse.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but yes.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Hufflepuff.
We don't want to talk about that. Like, we're old.
Yeah.
We're old.
Let's talk about emojis.
Yeah, let's talk about
If there's a
fucking
face
emojis.
and it's got the like breathing, like,
Steam coming out of his nostrils. Like a bull.
yeah, he's huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
He's not jacked.
No, that's not jacked. Jack would be like, no, that one looks like it's constipated.
Flexed arm.
Yeah.
The flexed arm emoji.
Or like two flexed arms with a face.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get into it where you're showing me your whole fucking one punch gimmick.
One punch.
One punch.
Cha. I
Well,
finished it for you.
No, they don't say the ch in it because in Japanese it's just wampa.
I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us.
Kenny Omega does.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. Let's talk about him.
No, let's talk about Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. Fuck you. Kenny Omega.
All right, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega is the unsung hero of AEW.
Why?
Look at everything he's done. Like, he has done more for this company.
The women's division is okay.
The women's division is improving by, I'm going to say leaps and bounds, week by week.
I don't think it's as good as the WWE women's division.
It's not. It's
okay.
not. I'm not pretending to say that it is.
I don't even think it's as good as the Attitude Era women's division.
That I will wholeheartedly disagree with.
I mean, that's fine. You're allowed to.
Yeah, because I'm right.
No.
What did the Attitude women have?
Implants.
Well, the hells.
And I can say that without feeling that that needs to be edited out because it's 100% factual.
Yeah.
No, I think it was more entertaining.
Okay.
I think it paved the way for women's wrestling now.
I think it set women's wrestling back.
Okay, AEW has some great women's wrestling.
And
No storyline.
nah, you can't say that after
There's
this
no
week.
storyline.
You can't say that after this week.
The bunny stuff, yes.
No, I'm talking about the Chris Statlander, Awesome Kong, like the Nightmare Factory
it
or
wasn't
whatever.
Good.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was a story.
If it's not a good story, I stop watching.
Yeah.
I changed the channel,
Yeah.
so I didn't like it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that they are putting stories in. But Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa are working with these women. They're getting it's getting better. Like they are seeing their faults and they are adjusting week by week, and you can see that. They got Jamie Hayter, they got Bree Peasley, they got just Chris.
No, they have great talent.
But
unfortunately, Britt Baker's not as good as they want her to be.
No, but also they realize that, and Britt Baker hasn't been shoved down our throats anymore. Like they backed off. They realized the issue.
She's had more time.
They gave us Shayna. I fucking love Shayna. We both talked about how awesome Chris Statlander was.
Yeah, she was great.
Shades of Beth Phoenix.
I want more Leva Bates, but they're using her as a fucking jobber
But that's her job. I mean, like, her job is enhancement talent.
to the naive bee sting.
I love that.
Yeah, I just made it up.
No, this is fucking good.
I don't like Nyla Rose still. Like I like what they did with like I'm gonna destroy everything and then I'm suspended.
Yeah. They are, I mean, but it's the same thing we've seen with Awesome Kong, with Nia Jax, with Tamina, with...
The only thing I like right now is what they're doing with Allie with the whole bunny thing. I like that.
And I could be wrong on this because we've only seen the one promo. I think it's going to be awesome if she is the leader of that faction.
What I don't like is the fact that it's very close to the Nightmare Club.
The Nightmare Federation?
The Nightmare Connection.
Oh, God. Could you imagine if, like, fucking Kermit comes out?
The Nightmare Netherlands. The Nightmare Nethers?
And it?
We don't know. We haven't seen them.
All right. You want to talk about the name?
They could be a nightmare.
Double edit.
I don't
You
know.
want to talk about
It's
the name
very,
Nightmare Family?
well, the Nightmare thing, the Dark Order, the Bunny Blades.
Yeah. Now, you know that
All the same thing.
the Blade is Allie's husband. That's Braxton Sutter.
Oh, she's married?
Yeah.
Well, now I like that guy as much as I like Seth Rollins.
Edit. I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
Seth Rollins?
Edit.
That's why we're going to call for an edit now? All right.
I don't like him. Okay. Back on track. Do you think that the Nightmare... It's the Nightmare Family, right?
Okay.
That's what it is.
Jack Skellington.
Dude, if this leads all to Kenny Omega leading this faction as Jack Skellington,
I'm sold.
I'm in. I'm back in.
Yeah.
Pulling me back in. Do you think that's a reference to Cody Rhodes? Like, is Cody Rhodes the heel? Is Cody Rhodes going to be Vince McMahon?
I like what they're doing with him right now.
But
Like where he referenced, he's like, my best friend's a piece of shit, and I want to wrestle him.
he was my piece of shit.
Yeah, and he's talking about like my wife's doing, I don't even know. My brother's teaming up with the Young Bucks. I wish you would have said my old fuck brother's teaming up with the Young Bucks. Yeah. And I just want to say, Dustin.
Yeah.
Good God, what a performance!
Good shit.
Like when he acted winded, it got me.
No,
I was like, that was fucking.
He's been
good.
doing that. Like that's a classic Dustin Rhodes move. He did that at the tail end of his Goldust run too.
He looks so good.
He's so
talented.
over. When he steals Sammy's phone and then starts shooting his own vlog.
What if they put the title on him?
No.
One last run.
He doesn't need it.
One last run.
He doesn't need it.
He was never a world champion, Doug.
He doesn't need it.
He deserved it.
He deserved it in the other place.
Just a moment of silence. Okay, it's over.
Okay. No, he doesn't need the title. I don't think Moxley needs a title either, but that sure seems like that's where they're going.
Well,
it
was leaked that Jon Moxley's going to become AEW World Champion.
Yeah. Well, it was leaked that Jericho's story ends on January 15th or whatever, whenever the Cruise of Jericho is, when Bash at the Beach is.
So wait a minute, the Jericho Cruise and Bash at the Beach are at the same time?
Yep.
They just put it all on a pay-per-view?
Well, it'll actually be a 2-week television event.
What?
Yeah.
So is it a pay-per-view?
No, it'll be on...
So
There'll be episodes of Dynamite.
We don't have to pay for it?
No, they are going to do 4 pay-per-views a year. They're sticking with the pay-per-view model. They're not going to a subscription-based service yet because they don't feel they have the content to warrant it.
Okay.
But I like the idea of it being a special event and that they're going to do this. I guess the Joey Janela Spring Break SmackDown or whatever.
Oh. Yeah.
That will also be one.
I like it.
Yeah. I think it's just a one. Like, it'll just be like a special episode from Spring Break or whatever.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I don't remember where we're going. Kenny Omega.
We keep coming back to this guy.
Because I feel like he is sacrificing personal gain for the overall betterment of the company.
Like, by that you mean the fact that he's not on there a lot?
And because he's working behind the scenes. He's working with the women, improving the women, working on relations with Japan, which talks with New Japan are also opening back up.
Well, that's good.
Which I don't understand how, because New Japan comes to America in, is it June or July?
I believe it's July.
Okay, so in about 7 months, we're going to have New Japan of America. We're going to have AEW. We're going to have WWE. We probably won't have NWA. And let's be honest, we probably won't have Ring of Honor, which we should probably talk about on this episode too. But you're going to have 3 big promotions. And CMLL is trying to come back in a big way using Chavo Guerrero and I don't remember what he calls himself now, but Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, Patron.
Yes, thank you.
Alberto Patron.
Yeah. They're doing big things there in Mexico, trying to make a legitimized American luchador federation.
Okay. Why won't we have Ring of Honor?
Okay. Are we gonna get like deep into it?
Let's just, like a footnote.
Okay. Sinclair.
Cliff note. Yeah, give me
Sinclair, owner of Ring of Honor. In it for the money. Said he's in it for the money. Bought it to make money. Also, huge fucking scumbag. That is an editorial. Bully Ray. Bubba Ray. Brother Ray. Busted open. Aficionado. Head booker. In charge of Ring of Honor. Also, huge fucking scumbag. They are hemorrhaging people. And it is coming out left and right. All of these people. Thanks mostly to your favorite wrestler, Joey Ryan. They have recently fired their women's champion while she was out on concussion protocols. Because she liked a tweet that Joey Ryan posted.
Okay.
They are offering wrestlers $200 for taping. A bunch of stuff came out about how they weren't going to push Marty Scurll because his friends started another wrestling company, and they thought he might leave in 18 months when his contract expired.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he?
Well, look at how he's been treated. If they would have given him the title, if they would have done something with that, and I like that character. I like the villain. I like the idea of someone embracing the role of the anti-hero. And I don't know, you don't watch much Ring of Honor. How familiar are you with Marty?
I know who Marty Scurll is, yeah.
Okay.
I like his style.
I was going to say, I feel like he's going to be one of your favorite wrestlers when he goes to AEW.
I'm ready.
I mean, where else is he going to go? Like, he wouldn't go to the WWE.
No.
I mean, they might try to get him.
And they're going to offer him a lot of money.
Right. But all his friends are,
He's going to go to AEW.
Yeah. And I think maybe he'll be the leader of this. What if he's the leader of everything? Let's fucking fan cast. What if all of these separate entities within AEW are all one thing led by Marty Scurll?
No, he's just the captain of the boat at Bash at the Beach.
Dude.
That's the only. Like, that's his new job.
Dude.
And then they spend those 2 weeks trying to convince him that he should come to work with them, and he's like, "No, I want to captain the high seas."
What if it's all that, but it's Kenny Omega? Like Kenny
Wearing
quits.
Marty Scroll mask?
Like the weird plague doctor mask that he wears?
Yeah.
I'd be down with that.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So why do you think NWA is going to be out?
36 years ago, superstition and racism ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of wrestling. Hulks for days, warriors for nights. We were betrayed by the very superstars we had marked out for. Now frozen in time by a magic spell for 4 decades. Here in the NWA, the spell is broken, and he lives again! He has defenders in the night. He is Cornette.
Okay, we are going to get serious now. We're going to shift gears and we're going to be legit because we do like to cover important things when they happen.
Well, I mean, it's news.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun and we'll have fun after this, but for now we're going to be serious. And like Nathan said before, some of the things we say are going to be racially insensitive at best and downright offensive. In all actuality, we will not say everything that has been said. So, all of this started from a comment that Cornette made, and the comment was about a wrestler named Trevor Murdoch.
Good wrestler, by the
Yes.
way. I'll say that.
Been around for a long time.
Yes.
Early 90s guy. He said, and I'm quoting, this is, again, not our opinion, "He's so tough, he could strap a bucket of fried chicken onto his back and ride a motor scooter across Ethiopia."
Yeah.
So, needless to say, some people started to complain. They pulled the episode. They edited out that line and reposted it about 4 hours later. Now, if this were a live broadcast, what Cornette said would still be offensive and deserves his punishment, which, of course, I guess we can say he is no longer with the NWA.
Yeah, so punishment got served here, but, I mean, come on.
But did it?
They film these things
Yes,
in
all
advance.
of these episodes were filmed in late September, which, by the way, side note, is why I keep calling the Rock and Roll Express the Tag Team Champions, because that episode was filmed in late September. It hasn't aired yet. So we're both right.
The Wild Cards are the Tag Team Champions.
Until next week.
Just saying the Wild Cards are the Tag Team Champions currently.
Okay, so this show is edited by Vice President of NWA, David Lagana. He does all the editing personally. He has gone on record as saying that. He has said that on Twitter. He is very proud of that fact. He let this slide.
Yeah. That's unacceptable.
And originally, he just tried to tweet out this apology. I'm using air quotes. You can't see that because it's a podcast. But this is the apology that he tweeted out. On tonight's episode of NWA Power, airing on November 19th, 2019, one of our talents made comments which some viewers found offensive. We deeply regret the error and apologize. That seems like deflection to me.
Well, not only deflection, it's not a very good apology.
No, it's not an apology at all.
It's just like, well, some people didn't like this, and we took it out.
Yep, because people were complaining.
Hey, look, guys.
Not because it was wrong.
It's not 1980, whatever. It's 2016. Let's pull our heads out our asses and, like, really think that there's people watching this product. This product's all over the world. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is almost the biggest TV channel in the world.
And they're trying to, the whole point of this NWA Power on YouTube, posting this stuff for free, they are losing money on this because they are trying to get a TV deal. All of this was building up to the pay-per-view, in December to get them a network television deal.
And the problem with this is you can't have any mistakes right now.
No, and especially not of this caliber. And just for those of you that think that Cornette said this because he said it in the 80s, which we'll link, and in the 90s, which we'll link. Full Gear was 2 weeks ago, and I've taken a couple samples of his review of Full Gear.
Go ahead.
On the Rio Emi Sakura match, he says, and I quote, "Every Asian is just Margaret Cho." He also said of ring announcer Justin Roberts looks like he ought to be registered somewhere to be around children. He's just so happy you see a fucking guy dressed like that with a big smile coming across his face coming towards your kids. You better run. He said this because Justin Roberts enjoys his job announcing professional wrestling, a job Jim Cornette also has.
Okay. Jim Cornette did retweet that he resigned from the National Wrestling Alliance. An hour ago, Jim Cornette posted, "Morning all, wish I had time to thank, acknowledge, retweet, block, or cuss out all of you, but there's too many weighing in and too little time." And then he went on to promote his show.
Yeah.
Which I'm not even going to mention because I don't want to give it any kind of airtime on here.
Here's something that I will mention.
Go ahead.
Remember Crazy Guy Jordan Miles from last week?
Yeah.
He posted an interesting video on his Twitter feed about Jim Cornette.
Well, go ahead.
I am not going to repeat this one, but we will link it in the show notes. But this is actual audio footage of what Jim Cornette thinks of persons of color. And we're going to link that in the show notes. And this was from 1994. So he's had these views for a while and obviously hasn't changed. But, like we said, if this were a live broadcast, we could push it all off and just blame it on Jim Cornette. However, it was recorded a month and a half ago. So let's talk about the editor.
Dave Lagana?
Yeah. Dave Lagana was, like you said, the head writer for SmackDown in the mid-2000s. Do you know why Dave Lagana was fired?
Well, I mean, you kind of told me earlier.
Yeah, he was... I guess this is alleged, so I will say alleged.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And use the word proposition. I think that's better.
He propositioned giving and / or receiving oral sex to professional wrestler Kevin Thorne in exchange for a push.
That's not cool.
And allegedly he didn't just do it to Thorne. In the book Ring of Hell, it goes into the story that Lagana flicked Thorne's nipples and asked him some variation of, "How would you like to fuck my face?"
That's inappropriate.
Yes. Thorne apparently went to The Undertaker, and several other wrestlers came forward, both male and female.
Okay.
And Lagana's response to The Undertaker was to also proposition him.
That's not a guy that you want to proposition.
Nope. So he was asked to resign in 2008. And he also, if you think that, people make mistakes and grow, I would like to read a tweet from known alt-right tweeter God Sod, a Canadian lawyer who is very much pro-segregation. This is a tweet he linked on Saturday, this past Saturday.
Why are we talking about segregation in 2016 or
2019?
I don't know why we talked about 2016 earlier.
Yeah.
That's what threw me off.
Every single area of human excellence that had been governed by the ethos of meritocracy is being parasitized. I can't say that word. Parasitized by the cancerous ethos of diversity, inclusion, and equality. This applies to sports, science, literature, philosophy, art, etc. Individual excellence must be murdered in order to elevate marginalized groups. Sorry, Charles Darwin, Leonardo da Vinci, Bertrand Russell, and Lionel Messi. You are disgusting white men. Step aside and allow the voices of people of color to shine. In the case of the NFL and the NBA, though, all is good. So this is a tweet from known alt-right activist that David Lagana shared and then added on his retweet this with the uppy high five hands or the raise the roof hands. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on emojis.
It's okay. Neither am I.
He did delete that tweet later.
So we have proof of this tweet, though.
Yes, we do, and we can post pictures of that in our show notes as well.
All right.
So, all of that led me to looking at the actual NWA roster.
Well, okay, now hold on. So we got Cornette is a piece of shit.
Soup's racist.
Yeah, we'll just say it. And then Lagana's not very far behind him, if not a little bit more.
Yeah. So
I don't really weigh.
He feels that, white. I mean, you heard the tweet. You can see the tweet on our show notes. He feels that people of color are diluting the talent pool. So I thought
that's completely untrue.
Yes, of course it is. Of course it's untrue. It is ridiculous that we have to clarify that.
I don't know why we have to, but whatever.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It is 100% not true. But I thought I will look at the NWA roster and let's see the diversity.
Go ahead.
There are 66 performers on the NWA Power roster. Would you like to hazard a guess on how many of those are not Caucasian?
Well, I can't guess because I know the answer.
PPR, would you like to guess how many of the 66 performers are not fully Caucasian? And yes, I have to specify fully.
I mean, it's got to be at least a third, right?
No, it's a little lower than that.
A little?
Yeah.
So less than 22?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
It's less than 10?
And then half that number.
Yeah.
It's less than 5.
It is 5.
It is 5.
There you go.
Wow.
So, we have male wrestlers, Ricky Starks, who is half Hispanic, born in Texas. Mother is Mexican-American, also born in the United States. We also have Homicide, a New York-born Puerto Rican, which, by the way, Puerto Rico, part of the United States. We have, on the female side, Marty Bell, who is Dominican, also born in New York. We have Ashley Vox, who is half Hispanic on her father's side, but she was born in Rhode Island. Then we also have the only non-American born wrestler on the entire NWA Power roster, Thunder Rosa, who is from Mexico. And that is it.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know why we didn't notice this before with the NWA roster, but
Nope.
we aren't seeing a lot of wrestlers. I mean, we've not seen 66 wrestlers.
Nope.
We've maybe in this show seen what?
25, 30?
If that.
Yeah. And a lot of them are like squash matches, and you're like, oh, wait, who was that person?
And I don't want to diminish that Thunder Rosa's performance this week.
And we've both
was great.
We've both complimented Ricky Starks.
Oh, yeah. I did say he looked like a smaller version of The Rock, though.
That's okay. I mean,
But he
does
did look like
a
Rocky
smaller,
Maivia.
He looks like a smaller version of early Rock. Like
That's the only thing. It doesn't diminish his wrestling style.
no, that's a compliment.
Fuck yeah, it is.
So I guess that takes us to the head of NWA. One William Patrick Corgan.
Yeah.
How like I showed you some of this stuff. Should I go through everything?
Let's start with 1979.
Okay. He was 12 years old.
Tonight. Nope, not going to do it. Because we're not going to joke. We need to be serious about
You're
it.
right. You're right.
Edit
Okay.
it.
So that takes us to William Patrick Corgan, head of the NWA. I'm going to read some excerpts from various interviews and articles, and then I'm going to do a rapid fire, just the statements that he's made.
PPR, I want you to pay close attention to this.
So this is the Smashing Pumpkins guy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't act like you don't know.
He
I was just
doesn't.
making sure. I
He
want the
doesn't want
audience.
to be
I want
referred
to
to
be
as
the
Billy
audience.
You
anymore.
want to be the audience? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, he is the former lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
Former?
He no longer identifies as Billy Corgan. He only identifies as William Patrick Corgan, businessman.
Okay.
There's so many Smashing Pumpkins jokes I want to make right now.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that until
No.
after this. Okay, I'm going to start with this report from a Howard Stern interview where he said that liberals and SJWs, or social justice warriors, are a cult and compared them to the KKK, making this analogy that I am going to quote. If we could transport back to a time where racism was accepted, it was institutionalized, okay? If you could go back to Selma 1932 and a Klan member spitting in some person of color's face, don't you think that guy thought he was right too? So how is this any different? Referring to people fighting against racism.
Now, my question is any of the things that he's saying a possibility of they're being taken out of context?
No, that's why I said, and I quote.
Okay. I just want to clarify for the listeners.
Yes, this is a direct quote from William Patrick Corgan about liberals and, quote, SJWs, which of course stands for social justice warriors.
Now, when did this happen?
That was in 2017.
So this was a couple years ago.
Would you like to hear his thoughts on Anderson Cooper from 2016?
Oh, please.
Okay. Corgan called Cooper a globalist shill and that he is a globalist piece of shit, which is what I tweeted, and I stand by my tweet. Corgan said, adding, I think there are forces in this world where people whisper in other people's ear and say, it's okay to kick him in the nuts because he's not on our team.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he then goes on to say, and I quote, I think there are people in this world that are sold on the globalist vision of the world, that we're all going to hold hands one day and that the world's just going to get along. And they ignore all these crazy threats around the world. They're living in La La Land, and I don't want to be any part of the La La Land. I believe in the American version of the dream, and I think we've done a pretty damn good job. I'll stick with America first. This globalist shit freaks me. I think people like that are working for other people. They pretend to be working for America, but they're not working for America, which is why they go after people like me.
So this is almost Drafty After Dark worthy.
Yeah, I know. I wondered if maybe we should talk about this on that podcast instead of this one, but guess what? It sort of involves wrestling.
Yeah, you guys are fine. This is good for you.
Okay, now, if you're wondering why Anderson Cooper attacked him,
Well, I am.
okay, well, Anderson Cooper wondered why the lead singer of a progressive rock band from the 90s was constantly appearing on a show called InfoWars, which is hosted by Alex Jones.
Now, who's Alex Jones?
PPR, would you like to field this one?
He believes in interdimensional child molesters and lizard people.
Interdimensional child molesters?
Mm-hmm.
That's very confusing.
It's funny that you bring that up because I have a note here from William Patrick Corgan on those very thoughts from Alex Jones.
I'm super interested to proceed with this.
This
Okay.
might be the first time that PPR wanted to listen to this podcast.
And this, again, is a quote.
And not the reflections of this podcast or the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.
If you know something, what are you afraid of if somebody questions what you know? Corgan continues, the fact that people have such violent reactions to his questioning, it makes me suspicious. If this is from a Howard Stern interview, Howard Stern asks him what he thought about Jones's claim of the interdimensional lizard people, to which Corgan talks about his own paranormal experience. Let's just say,
Oh boy.
yep. Let's just say I was with somebody once and I saw a transformation that I can't explain. I was not on drugs, I was totally sober. When Stern pried him for more details, Corgan replied, imagine you're doing something, and suddenly you turn around and there's somebody else standing there. It's hard to explain without going into detail, and I'd rather not go into details. Stern prods some more. Corgan replies, I know what happened. In fact, it happened twice. Corgan then hints at being intimately acquainted with the otherworldly being, saying, I will say, since we're on the radio, that the story is even more fantastical than you think. Corgan then insists that he'll tell Stern all the gory details in private, but says on the air the person was naked. Stern asks him if it was a man. Corgan replies, it was a person. Corgan tries to find out if it is a male or a female, and if Corgan was having sex with it. Corgan admits that he had sex with the person, but says that he will tell Stern more in confidence off the air. So that's this is ridiculous, right? I mean, this is all real.
Well,
These
They're
are
quotes.
events that yes, okay, these are all things he actually said and I assume believes.
So moving forward, don't really know how to feel about NWA Power at the moment.
No. Okay. I'm the kind of guy that if I believe in something, I will stick to it. I've never seen Titanic. I've never seen Avatar. And I won't.
don't watch Avatar.
No, it's not a problem.
Except for the anime.
Both.
So, I feel like I quit the WWE over admittedly heinous shit. I feel like this is an institution built on racism, bigotry, and conspiracy paranoia. I cannot in good conscience continue to support NWA in the organization that it is now.
Nope. I'd rather go back to watching WWE, to be honest with you.
I don't know that I want to do that.
Well-
If I had to choose one, I would choose the WWE. But there's also Glow that I'm not watching yet. There's WoW. There's Shimmer.
Well, there's a difference. With Glow, it's a TV show.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, Glow's actually like staged
Yeah.
wrestling that is.
and Lucha Underground just released all of their stuff on Tubi for free.
Well, it's not like we're not losing wrestling
No,
over this.
I'm saying there's stuff I can watch that I
here's
haven't
the thing
watched.
that I want to clarify. Just because, and I mean, they got rid of one problem with Cornette, which they should have known that he's
Yeah.
a cancer for any wrestling organization.
But I think the bigger problem is that none of them thought there was anything wrong with that statement until a bunch of people got quote unquote
Yeah.
triggered
Yeah.
on YouTube.
We don't need to be making disparaging remarks like that ever.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for it,
And
even in wrestling.
it might have been more acceptable in the 80s and 90s, but it was never okay.
This thing, it wasn't acceptable in the 80s. It was just not given any thought.
Right.
It was just allowed. But But the stuff with Lagana, the
Yeah.
stuff with Corgan, like
Yeah, that dude's off
this
his
is
rocker.
going to destroy NWA.
Yeah, and that's sad because there are a lot of Nick Aldis is amazing. Tim Storm is amazing. I just
Yeah, no.
Uh,
Trevor Murdoch still deserves to be able
yeah.
to wrestle. All these wrestlers are going to suffer.
yeah,
Camille,
and we haven't even
You
going to
know,
see her do
like-
anything yet.
no, because she wasn't going to talk for the first year, and that's something Lagana said on Busted Open,
Yeah, but
and that's before all this stuff broke out.
and
And I listened to this stuff after knowing what happened because I wanted to hear if they talked about it, and everything broke afterward because
Right.
Corgan went on the show and he was like, "Yeah, at 6:05, my show's going to come out," and then that's when everything happened.
Yep.
The shitstorm happened after that.
And I mean, that's the beauty of the internet age, I guess, is that you can't sweep this shit under the rug. Like, you have to be, and you should be, held accountable for everything you say and do.
I mean, yes, because in order for us to grow as people, as a civilization, we need to be held accountable
Yeah.
for our actions.
And, like it or not, we are a global community now. Sorry, Will. And we're all people and we're all equal. Everyone deserves the same amount of respect.
Regardless of anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Unfortunately, NWA Power is going to take a real big hit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it a pass from me, dog.
Yep, same here. So, yeah.
Overview, Jim Cornette said some pretty racist stuff on a pre-taped thing, and neither the owner nor the head editor / VP felt that there was anything wrong with it. They did, after, quote, caving to social pressure, theirs not mine, quote, terminate the contract with Jim Cornette. However, they released a Jim Cornette thank you package this week. Yeah. And William Patrick Corgan has gone on record as saying that as of February 2020, they will no longer have the capital to stay afloat if they do not get a television deal. I do not see them getting a television deal with all of this stuff that has come out.
No.
That being said, Wade Barrett has replaced Jim Cornette.
Huh.
And I'm super excited about that.
All right.
So I'll probably still watch Into the Fire.
Hey, did you see who the NWA Tag Team Champions are?
No.
Rock and Roll Express.
Really?
Yeah.
It's almost like I've been saying that for 3 months.
I just seen it.
Yeah. That's the problem with taping your shows months and months in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
There's no dramatic reveal.
So, I got an idea how we can finish this off.
Hit me.
Let's talk about who is the most over wrestler in each one of the factions, the leagues, the
Okay.
shows,
You just want to do
the companies.
the big four then?
Let's do as many as we can think of.
Okay.
WWE.
The Fiend?
Okay.
A Brock Lesnar maybe?
No, the Fiend.
I mean, like, are we talking about just like numbers or like
Fans.
fans? Okay, yeah, probably the Fiend.
I don't know who you do this podcast for. I do it for the fans.
I mean, I do it for the fans. I just didn't know what metric we
I
were
do it
using.
for the fans and the chuckles.
I do it for the chuckles and the fact that I get to say whatever I want, and you guys have to edit it. Like, behind the curtain time, these podcasts are roughly about 4 hours of taping, and then they get us about 45 minutes of usable footage.
Accurate.
I would say the Fiend.
Okay.
The Fiend and probably Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross.
Becky?
No, I mean, people are souring on Becky. She hasn't been on in 2 weeks. The whole Survivor Series kerfuffle. I don't know how you want to put it. She lost to Shayna Baszler and Bailey to Karen. Karen got buried hard.
Yeah. Dude, I think Rhea Ripley's gonna beat Shayna.
She needs to.
Yeah. I think Shayna's over. I think she's gonna go main roster.
She's got to at this point.
Okay.
I think Adam Cole is too. I mean, if we're just talking about that shit.
They're gonna fuck him up, dude.
I think the whole Undisputed Era is gonna come up. They're gonna lose to Tommaso Ciampa's team, and they're gonna lose all the gold, and they're gonna come up.
All right. New Japan. Ospreay.
I'm gonna go Tanahashi, bro.
You think Tanahashi?
I watched Will Ospreay, IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
All right, IWGP champion though, Okada.
Yeah, dude. That guy is like fucking mythic. That dude is the Undertaker. He doesn't count.
Dude, Okada versus the Undertaker.
The Okada versus the Undertaker in 2007. Yes. Okada versus the Undertaker now. No. Fuck you.
Yeah. Undertaker can't go.
No.
Not to Okada style. No.
Not to taking nothing away from the Undertaker. But like we were saying earlier with CM Punk and the quitting thing, I feel like every match the Undertaker has from 2 years ago to however long until he actually retires are just tainting his legacy.
Okay. I agree with that. So you think Tanahashi?
Yeah, I watched the build-up between those two for the Wrestle Kingdom match, and dude is fucking over there.
Naito's pretty over.
Naito's pretty over, but not like, dude, the dude's fucking crazy. I love him.
All right. Let's go down to AEW.
Okay. Moxley, right?
Moxley
I
and
don't know.
Cody.
Jungle Boy too, though.
There's then Darby.
Yeah, it's hard to say there.
And Moxley. I think Moxley and Cody are the two over ones.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to put Jungle Boy ahead of both of them because that dude has not won a match. He didn't speak until earlier when we watched him. Like, he has been essentially a jobber this entire time, and that dude is still getting massive pops.
I don't think he's getting bigger pops than Moxley, though.
But Moxley's fucking eating everyone. Granted, everyone looks fantastic against Moxley. Moxley doesn't bury people. Moxley doesn't...
He elevates.
Yes. It's... I mean, wrestling is a soap opera. We know that. Wrestling is the most dangerous dance that you're ever going to dance. But it's a tango. It takes two. And Moxley gets that, and Moxley puts everyone over. But Moxley's winning matches. Cody's coming out there. Cody has embodied his father's essence in such a fantastic way. But
It's
also
almost with Ric Flair's essence, though.
and I was get out of my fucking head.
Well, when you start taking off clothes in the ring, and you take out the keys to your Ford Black
Dude,
Ops truck.
There's only 500 of those.
He's got the fucking Zelda shield on his keychain.
Yeah. Dude is fantastic.
He's got red bottom Louis Vuitton dress shoes.
Giving the $100 bill to the small child
That was cute.
that was dressed like IRS for some reason.
I liked it.
Loved it. I loved the fact that the kid said thank you.
Really? I thought
made
he
me
was the
respect-
boss from Office Space, but
I mean, that's what IRS was dressed like.
good point.
Money
Inc.
Love the fact that the kid said thank you. Big props to his parents. Kid was raised right. But those guys are killing it out there. Jungle Boy is killing it too. But he's losing. He's not talking. And he's still getting massive pops. And he was getting the massive pops without Luchasaurus. I'm just saying. There's a lot of over dudes in AEW.
All right.
Probably Moxley.
Let's move on. You might have a point. Impact.
Tessa
Tessa.
Blanchard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is there?
And when I
Follow
watch
ball.
Impact, I just literally see nothing, and then Tessa Blanchard comes out. And there could have
Nothing.
been a million matches.
Follow ball.
Okay, nothing. Falaba, Rich Swann.
Ooh, yeah, I do like me some Rich Swann.
If
But he's
Joey
not-
Ryan shows up
Kid Shamrock.
and Ken Shamrock shows, okay, there's a lot of good wrestlers there.
But,
But
Tessa Blanchard.
is the most over wrestler
Yeah.
in Impact. And when she becomes world champion, I want to talk about that.
And
I
we
want
will.
to, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch that match.
Yeah.
Tessa needs to become the world champion.
I'm going to pitch something to you right now, and studio audience, you guys are going to testify that
Follow along. Give
he
clap
has no
if you
prior
want.
knowledge of this. I am 98% sure that Hard to Kill
Yep.
and Wrestle Kingdom are on the same day.
Ooh, well, I mean, Wrestle Kingdom's going to do way more.
I get that. I am pitching to you,
Okay.
Big Smooth.
Yep.
We haven't done a very special bonus episode in a while. What if we watch them and record that night for a bonus episode?
I don't mind doing that.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Because-
I'll take a vacation day for that.
Yeah, me too. Wrestle Kingdom will be on earlier in the day, and then in the evening we can watch.
A whole day of wrestling.
Yeah.
Did I watch Wrestle Kingdom that one year when the first Jericho Omega match?
Oh, yeah, like 2 years ago?
That was a good match.
Yeah. Was that the one? Had AJ already left?
Yes.
So the year before that was the big AJ.
I don't think so.
Wrestle Kingdom 10, I think?
I thought I watched Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Okay, so it would have been a couple years before. That's my favorite one that I've seen.
Okay.
The AJ Styles farewell.
Okay. Are there any other wrestling?
I mean,
promotions that really-
NWA, I guess. Nick
Nick
Aldis.
Aldis, yeah. Tim Storm. Tony
Nick Aldis,
Storm.
though.
NXT.
I mean,
We said WWE. That was close enough.
yeah. I mean, I guess the Undisputed Era. Or I don't know. Fucking Keith Lee
Adam
is
Cole.
killing it right now.
I don't know about Keith Lee.
He big and he's scary. I want to see him fight Willie Mack.
I fucking love Willie Mack.
Could you imagine Willie Mack and Keith Lee going at it?
I've never seen Keith Lee go at it with anybody.
I
I don't know who Keith Lee is.
Oh, okay. I'll show you some gifs of him fucking killing Adam Cole.
Sounds like a gift.
Yeah, it is the gif of Jiff, Jife, Gurif.
You know, I want to talk about something though that
Okay.
we haven't had a chance to talk about. Dave Bautista's banging Dana Brooke.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Dana Brooke is banging Dave Bautista because in this world,
I think it's a mutual banging.
It's
a
a
co-bang.
definitely. And how they like hooked up, complimenting each other on Twitter. It was beautiful.
I think that was a work.
I'm worked.
I think
They
that
got
they
me.
were already a thing. Some stuff came out about them hanging out on Batista's last run with the WWE.
Aw.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
No, dude, I think it's
I love it.
great.
I like the fact that she has I don't like the fact it's called the Brook Bomb, but she's like taking his moves now. So,
There's several ways I can take what you just said.
yeah, so can she.
Interesting.
Edit. Anyway,
No. It was good.
I
I
like
thought it was adorable.
I do think it's adorable.
Yeah.
I also want to like start using the term co-bang in a lot, just like everyday language.
So they're co-banging.
Yeah, it's not. They're not in a relationship. They're just co-banging.
Huh. All right.
It's like, yeah, what'd you do last night? I co-banged.
That you heard Squirrely D just invented that.
I like it. It should be a T-shirt. Hey guys, we're gonna be at Squared Circle Expo this year.
It's in
You-
May.
If you want to get your hashtag co-bang T-shirt, come to Squared Circle Expo in Indianapolis, May 30th and 31st,
Yeah.
2020.
We'll have a petition out to get the co-bang T-shirt made. You sign the petition, and we'll try to get it made.
So, plugs? No. One more thing before we
Oh.
talk about plugs.
Okay. Back it up.
Back it up a little bit. Who is the best seller in wrestling right now?
Dolph Ziggler.
You didn't watch the TakeOver stuff, did you?
Let's take over.
I know, but I'm a sucker for a War Games match.
I get it.
Adam Cole, baby. Dude, that guy. He looks like a rag doll.
All right. So you think Adam Cole's the best seller right now?
I mean, he worked it hard.
I don't know. I've always been a fan of Dolph Ziggler.
I love Dolph Ziggler. I'm not gonna lie. Front that. I mean, everyone who knows me knows that I'm pro Zig. Another great seller, I think, is Jungle Boy.
Okay.
What was his match? Was it at Double or Nothing? No, it wasn't at Double or Nothing. It was at Fight for the Fallen, where his hair got ripped out
Yeah.
and it stayed on the ring for the rest of the fucking pay-per-view.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
Yeah, it looked good, though.
I can watch a guy break his leg, but I see a guy lose his hair.
That was it the same one, or was that a different one where he, like, clipped his heel on the top turnbuckle doing that
I
flip?
couldn't even tell. Oh, Pac clipped his heel that night, too.
Yeah. Well, I do have one small complaint about AEW. We've been sucking their dick all day, so I'm going to complain about them. Tighten the fucking ropes.
Yeah. Yeah. Although Christopher Daniels was going to botch that regardless,
You think it was the work?
No, I don't think it was at work. I just don't think Christopher Daniels is that good anymore. I fucking said it.
Dude, that, like, you're not... Fuck you. Like, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
like, you're right. But why did you put that in my head?
Because I'm fucking honest. Do you know who else isn't good anymore? JR.
But he's not good in a good way.
Yeah, he's like watching your grandpa struggle through stuff.
Yeah. Like, tell me how to work this internet.
Yeah.
I want to post a picture of my Metamucil on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
Is that a thing people say?
Like, you follow him on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Scarlett Bordeaux's like wearing like a sugar packet and he's fucking liking it at 2 a.m.
Yeah, the dude's
Come on.
thirsty.
And then if you listen to his podcast, he takes that what's that thing that we advertise that we really can't or we're not allowed to advertise?
Oh, you mean Blue Chew?
Yeah, he taking his Blue Chew at 2 a.m. while looking at Scarlett Bordeaux pictures
I mean,
on Twitter and then liking them.
yeah. JR, bro.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we're not mad.
No, we're not mad.
Other people do it too. But still, don't like those posts at 2 a.m.
I'm fine with it. Him, Batista, whoever else wants to come out is thirsty AF at 2 a.m. Like, go for it, guys. It's fucking 2020.
Yeah, I guess.
You do you.
I
I
wanna
like
see-
JR.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Baby Yoda versus Baby Groot.
Like in a steel cage.
I know Baby Groot's going to win.
Yeah.
Because he's more athletic.
I don't know, man. Spoilers. Baby Yoda killed that big fucking rhinoceros thing that lays eggs. Mammals don't lay eggs. Welcome to a new podcast.
Shit
Band
on
of
Star
boring.
Wars.
Aw.
Oh,
I think those were both good names.
yeah. I'm just going off what you do to Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars. But, and if you want to find out about that, check out our Patreon, where I will be posting daily rants about Star Wars. And you can find that in our $25 tier.
Daily rants?
I'll do it.
Fuck it.
That's not a thing, but go ahead and plug Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. I don't have a sheet in front of me, and I'm not going to bother looking for it. But
Nope.
we got tiers.
We got-
There's dollars, $5, $10. Take all your dollars.
Yeah.
Like, we have tiers, and there's going to be stuff on there for everybody.
Yeah.
We got watch-alongs. I think that's like $5.
We We got
DQP Shoulda Does, which is
Yep.
going to be our movie review podcast for me and Doug. Actually review movies the way that they need to be done, which
Yeah.
is better than what Shane and Russell do.
we are going to focus on the positive.
Yeah.
We're going to watch movies that we already know we like.
Yeah. And we're going to say, hey, there was nudity in this. Or, hey, there wasn't nudity in this. You know?
Or
we'll talk about boobs, but we'll talk about wieners too.
hey, there should have been nudity here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna
It'll be the only time where you'll hear Doug said, well, you're going to hear Doug say, man, there would have been a good spot to put a dong right here.
Yeah. It's like, if you got a Willem Dafoe movie, like, the dude, like, he had to have a stunt double because it was freakishly large. Like, show me that. Prove it. Put your camera where his dick is. No.
Please do not edit that out. Yeah. And if you want to hear us talk about it, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to be like, this movie was garbage and this is why, but these are the things I liked.
Yeah, because there's always something to like about a movie, Shane.
Yeah. You know, I don't care about CGI.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm a practical effects guy. I like a good Rick Baker.
Yeah.
I love fucking Jim Henson. But
Yeah, everything you just said.
But I mean, yes, CGI has gotten better over time, but you got to remember how it was then.
Yeah.
Like, and don't talk shit about Beast Wars. Pepper. I remember that.
I fucking love Beast Wars.
Yeah, everybody loved Beast Wars.
All right, let's
Anyway.
get off that rant.
All right,
Okay.
we also have the Gospel of Winchester.
Yeah, where Shane and Russell try to get me to like Supernatural.
Could you give us a little preview? Yes or no?
It might be working.
Is it?
Eh,
What season are you on?
1.
You tell me when you get to 7.
That's gonna be a while.
Yeah, I know.
We're doing 2 episodes a week, so
5 years. Yeah. We also are going to have other great things like vaulted content, stuff that doesn't get released, which will probably be mostly our stuff because
yeah.
we're the
So if
only
you want to
ones.
hear our podcast, you probably have to subscribe to Patreon.
Yeah. We are also going to have video content coming shortly. We'll be doing all kinds of cool shit involving hot stuff and cold stuff and wet stuff and dry stuff.
Okay. I don't know what he's talking about. But we have some one-chip challenges that we haven't
Yep.
one-chip challenged yet.
Can I ask you a side question that has nothing to do with anything else?
Sure.
Do you say fudgicle or fudgesicle?
Fudgesicle.
But it's fudgicle.
It's fudgicle that you asked me that.
But there's not a second C.
But I want there to be.
I know. I just think it's weird that people say fudgesicle. It's fudgicle.
Dude, I'm from Indiana.
Yeah.
So you say creek or crick?
I say, well, it depends. If I'm talking about my family, I say crick. If I'm talking about the body of water, I say creek.
Okay. Okay. Are you a Hoosier?
Yeah.
I hate saying that word.
It's because nobody from this place says that.
Yeah, but that's what they call us.
Yeah. It's racist. Statesist.
Yeah, it's statesist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You keep your Michiganders and your Illini and
You know, like
Kentuckians.
Missouri's like the show me state.
Yeah.
I've never been shown anything in Missouri.
That I have. I can't really say anything to that.
Can we deep dive into that on an episode?
I already did.
Uh,
That's probably going to get edited.
The high five? They can't.
This is chemistry, friends.
Moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward. Are we going to do plugs?
Yeah. If you like the podcast, you can find us on Twitter at Crimson Ring Pod. I don't remember the password.
There's a password? If you guys figure out the password, let us know and we'll respond to you.
Or you'll respond to us. If you want me to respond to you on Twitter, I do know this password. It's at bigsmooth_DQP.
That's right. And
Because I represent.
I am DQP Squirrely D because that sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good. flows well.
It does. Just like me.
The company is at DraftyQ, and if you want to email us any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, we won't read the fucking complaints. Well, no. We'll read the complaints, yes. DraftyQ@gmail.com, and I look forward to your emails.
Yeah, and please, if you like us or you don't like us or you're no longer affiliated with us, leave a review on iTunes.
Not a 1-star. If
What
you
are-
want, if it's genuinely a 1-star, that's fine.
But leave a 5-star review, and every 5-star review that is read, I'm going to read at the end of the show. You can join our Champions League. You can become a Crimson Ring champion by leaving a 5-star review and telling us about it. We'll read it on. You can also leave me a voicemail at...
You really doing this?
Yep.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm looking up the phone number for the studio. I am vamping right now because I am fucking good at this game. Okay, leave me an email at 765.
Beep.
Leave a voicemail, and we will play it on our show.
Why not? Why not? And I think that's going to be it. So, queso?
Yeah. Pour some cheesy on me.
Plumbus.
Fucking Plumbus, dude. Get on out of here with his eye holes.
This was the Crimson Ring on the DQP Podcast Network. And in the meantime, folks, remember, if you want the crowd to pop, just get some color.
That's right. So grab a Diet Coke and some Mentos. We're going to foam shit up.
I love that.
I know you do.
Can that be our new thing?
Can it?
I mean, it is. Like, officially now.